is captain of her junior varsity volleyball team, and lately she's been experiencing these types of different symptoms. She doesn't know what she is. She thinks this may be a common cold. She feels weak, weary, nauseous, gets morning sickness, and just feels out of place. And then one day in gym class, they have a dodgeball tournament, and she gets hit in the stomach, and all of a sudden she faints. Next thing she knows, she wakes up in a hospital bed, and she sees her mom crying hysterically. And then she finds out that she had just lost a baby. So, I mean, you can picture this girl just laying in a hospital bed, first of all thinking, I was pregnant and I didn't even know about it. And second of all, she just lost the baby. So, I mean, there are many teenagers in the United States who do not know they are pregnant and do not know the symptoms of it or of different STDs. Now, first I'd like to look at, let's look at how big of a problem this is in the United States. The U.S. Department of Health reported in 2013 that there were a total of 305,420 babies born to teen mothers aged 15 to 19. They also reported that the U.S. holds the highest rate of teen pregnancies in the world. I mean, we can see that for a couple of years, the pregnancy rate in teens is very high. I mean, we are going, the rates are lowering, but we still need to do something about this. Rebecca Wint of Gut-Mentor Institute says in 2010, there were a total of 614,000 births to teenage women aged 15 to 19. So just in a matter of only 3 years, the rates have lowered by over 300,000 births. Okay, now the CDC of the Center of Disease Control and Prevention in 2009 published an article that stated that teens aged from 15 to 29 in the U.S. make up only 1/4 of the sexually active population. But they contract about 1/2 of the 19 million STDs annually. And they also state that 1 in 4 young women have an STD, and that STDs are most common in young women than in men. I mean, you can see over here in this graph that shows just the rates for gonorrhea that the difference is pretty big between male and females who have an STD. So what do we do about this? I mean, rates are lowering, teen pregnancy rates are lowering, but what do we do about this? Cochler and her research team in 2008 found that teens who receive a broad education about sex are 50% less likely to have an unintended pregnancy than those who receive sex education focused on an accidents-only or contraceptive-only program. So basically, what do? We make sex education a requirement in schools. Have well-rounded teachers who are focused on specifically this subject, and we'll teach these children and students about the different symptoms and ways they can protect themselves from these different diseases. This can help students, after students go through a sex education program, they're less likely to have a teen pregnancy, an unintended pregnancy, and will most likely end up going into college or in a different higher education. Many teen mothers do not have the possibility to attend a higher education because they have to stay home and take care of their child, and they might not even have the health care to provide them with. Now, keeping this in mind, we need to help our society, and we need to create a safe environment. Picture a nation with very low teen pregnancy rates and STD rates, with many young, ambitious men and women who are looking forward to finishing college and raising a family with good health care, and just as a nation, we can show other countries that we can fight these low rates, and that we are strong and we do care about the future of America. This can also create better relations between teens and parents. Many times teens feel very weary about speaking to their parents about sex education, and while this is an open subject in schools, this will definitely open a gate for them to speak to their parents about different situations more freely. In conclusion, I'd like to focus on, I'd like to tell you to please focus on the safety of Americans and our teens. There are many, many unintended pregnancies, and we can't put a stop to it, but we can lower the rates of it. Let's look back to Lisa from the beginning. Now, if Lisa did go through a sex education program, she might have somehow protected herself from the pregnancy. Even if she didn't know that she was pregnant, she probably would have, by her symptoms, gotten to the idea that she might have been pregnant. Therefore, we need to act for America and for the safety of America and young teens by saying yes to teaching sex education in